whether you like Jake Paul or not, the impact on the boxing world he's had is unique and inspirational. And then you've got one of the best boxers born in this country, Joshua, professional, been in the game for what, it doesn't matter how long. He's one of the best bits of talent in boxing to come out of this country ever. And if he can go and get 10 million or 5 million for getting in a ring for half an hour, fucking good on him. That's what I say. Ignore all the other fucking rats that have been biting at the heels of Jake Paul, screaming for the opportunity for years, and now screaming at Joshua because he's got it. Envy, jealousy, money-grabbing bastards. Joshua doesn't need this money for himself, but he'll have a plan with it. Whatever money he's going to make off this is going to be massive, and he'll have a plan for it. And I can tell you now, 40% of that plan will have his community at heart, if not 60. Whatever he's got planned, something will be planned for the community he came from. Standard. And that's what you get with a true professional boxer. You don't get that with the gangster boxers, the gangster boxers. You don't get the putback. You get it with the real professionals. You get the putback into the communities. So whoever wins. Be a major upset for Joshua. People are saying it's going to wreck his history, but his history's being wrecked, not by him, not by a boxer that's beat him. All these long-term professional boxers, the way their journey is wrecked, the years it's taken them to get here is not the way no more. So you can have Jake Paul, who popped into boxing 4 years ago, now sharing the ring with one of the best boxers in history from this country. He never done the route. Joshua did. And there'll be more like him. Why? Because like I keep saying to you, look, all Jake Paul's done here is break the monopoly. That's what he's done. So boxing is a very heavily monopolised sport. In other words, in America, certain firms control it. In this country, Eddie Earnstar and his firm and Frank Warren and his firm controlled it for decades. You'd have Ben Shalom trying to get in. They've absolutely fucking ruined him behind the scenes, so he couldn't get in. What Jake Paul's done is, what happens with these families that control boxing is they tell you this is the top 10. They tell you this is the top 100 fighters in the world in this weight category. This is the top 10 in the world in this weight category. When in reality, that's bullshit. That's the top 10 fighters in the boxing space. There's fucking millions of boxers throughout the world who are 10 times better than them. But because they're not in with that firm, or they're not willing to bow down to this group or the way they be, or move from this stable to that stable, they don't get in there. What Jake Paul's done is just showed people a route and broke it right open. So now if you're on YouTube and you get into a fight with someone who's hard and break his chin and knock him out cold, within 2 weeks you can be standing in a ring earning 50 grand fighting a YouTuber. You know, if you go viral down there because you've had this great dance, all of a sudden, because you've got numbers, they'll put you on Misfits. Why? Because you're bringing 1 million people to watch you. And that's where they get their money, on hours watched, how many people's watching. Ignore the big blazons across the fucking screens, all these big sports and advertisements and all this. All that helps, but the real money is in the hours watched. And the more people watching is where the real revenue is. And it's the same for everyone on social media. It doesn't matter if you've got 500,000 people following you. It's how many hours are people watching you for across all social media platforms, and that's your aim. Look, if you're a little music artist and your track's 3 minutes fucking 20 seconds, and every time someone hits that link, you get a little few quid for it. It's different on screen. You know, if I'm sat here for an hour and then download this onto YouTube and Facebook, I'm earning money off that hour. So on YouTube, let's look at the dynamics. Let's say I had 30,000 subscribers and the people that were competing with me had 250,000 plus. That's who's trying to cancel me. Now you could go on to their things, I forgot what they're called, but you can go in and look at their statistics on their accounts, subscribers, how many hours watched, when they elevated, when it's gone slow. You can see that on all that YouTube shit. And me, I'm getting like, in my first year, I had something like 400,000 hours watched. That cunt site's been going for 5 years longer. But in the last 5 years, I never had that many hours watched. So I was getting million-hour watch things on my platform. So you know when you've had 1 million hours watched, you get notified off YouTube. It's like a big thing. And that's where the real money is. Well, think about it. Where's the real money on these type of platforms? Clips. And what's clips? It's minute sections of hour-long content. Or, do you understand what I'm saying? But it's not advertising.